Welcome. Today is Wednesday, October the 4th. We are playing at Commission Field. It is the Holliston Lady Panthers versus Norton Lancers. I am Linda Getchell with my co-host Alfonso Ramirez and Mark Winokur on the camera today. So we're off to a Norton throw-in. Being chased down by the Holliston front line. Kicked out by their goalkeeper. Into the mid. Tess Powers got a foot to it to Gabby Ramirez. Over to Sarah Winokur. And it's going to be a Norton throw-in. Sarah Winokur taking possession. Unlucky called against Kaylee, so that will be a free kick for Norton. It's a long ball. Headed by Norton. Kicked out by Elizabeth Mackey. Back to the midfield. Jill Hobson chasing it down. Up in the air by Norton defence. Up in the air again. Back to Tess Powers. To Norton. Norton take possession. Pushing their way forward. Emily Clapper getting to it. Passing it out to Sarah Winokur on the wing. And that will be another Norton throw-in. So Norton with a throw-in. And out of bounds again. So another Norton throw-in. Headed by Kaylee. Norton take possession. Back to Elizabeth Mackey. Sending it up. And that went out of bounds. That will be another Norton throw-in. Out of bounds by Norton. So it's now back to a Holliston throw-in taken by Emily Clapper. To Kaylee Powers. Back to Emily Clapper. To Jill Hobson. Still trying to fight for possession. Norton have taken it. Sending it, switching the field, but intercepted by Sydney Brucado. Possession still now by Norton. Coming towards our goal. Elizabeth Mackey giving pressure. Kicked out. And Sarah Winokur getting a foot to it. Still in play. Alex Panaggio coming onto it, taking the possession, taking some space, and deflected out of bounds by Norton, so that'll be a Holliston throw-in. Emily Clapper with the throw-in. Tapped in the air by Norton. Norton playing it back to their defensive line, sending it to the mid. Maddie Sehe trying to fight for it, to Emily Clapper. Switching the field to Alex Panaggio. Sending it back to Gabby Ramirez in the mid. Sending it forward. Sarah Winokur running on it. Good wheels there by Sarah Winokur. Kept it in bounds. Ugh. Unlucky. Looked like that was in.
That was a great idea. Great idea. We run with the ball from the middle. Good passes, good run, and I like that.
So goal kick by Norton. Norton still with possession. Tess Powers getting a foot to it. Back to the Norton players. Sarah Winokur coming in. Still with the Norton defensive line. Sending it up. Tapped out by Sydney Brucado. Back to Alex Panaggio, who's taking possession. Taking a space, weaving through the players. All the way down. Here she goes to Jill Hobson. Back to Alex. Here it goes. There it is. Goal scored by number 22, Alex Panaggio.
I don't know who was it. No, it was one right over there. Jill.
Oh, Jill.
Yeah.
So that goal was assisted by Jill Hobson and popped in by Alex Panaggio. So the score is 1-0 at 35 minutes in the first half. So Norton with possession.
I can see Panther winning this game at least 5-0.
So good throw in there by Sarah Winokur down to Jill Hobson. Still in play. kicked out of bounds by Norton, so we're down in their box area, so this will be a good opportunity. Nice throw in by Sarah Winokur to Kaylee Powers, back to Sarah Winokur, sending it in to Jill Hobson. Oh, unlucky. There's a shot, back to Jill, still in play. Oh, the Panthers doing a good job of taking shots today.
They're trying.
They're trying.
And that make a difference. We're going to see it today.
So back to a throw in for Holliston by Emily Clapper. Intercepted by Norton, up in the air. Taken back by Tess Powers. Taken back by Norton. Back to Tess Powers. Out to Sarah Winokur. Deflected out of bounds. Oh, no, it's still in. Headed by a Norton player. Norton still have possession. Back to Kaylee. Fighting through for it. Norton take the possession back. Maddie Sehay fighting with the player. Got it. Out to Alex Panaggio. Oh, deflected off of a Norton player. They take possession. Back to Elizabeth Mackey, sending it wide to Alex Panaggio, who's running on it. Kept it in bounds. So that was a order to Alex.
I would like to see Alex releasing the ball a little more, like, give and go. I think it would make a difference.
She has the confidence to weave through the players, but yes, she definitely could move in that way. So here we go with Maddie Sehay with the free kick. Oh, I think that's going to be, I think it went off of a Norton player.
No, corner.
No?
Yeah, corner.
It's a corner kick, right.
Yeah.
So it's deflected out of bounds by a Norton player. So this will be a corner kick for Holliston. Let's see if we can get this one in the net too and make it a 2-0. So the corner kick rather, is being taken by Maddie Sehay. Nice ball. Headed out by Norton. It's up in the air. Still live. Sarah Winokur getting to it. Out to Cindy Brucado. Sending it back to Alex Panaggio, who's going down to the corner. Making a pass in. Who's there? There it is!
There we go.
Goal scored by number 4, Gillian Hobson.
And we can see the difference. You see when Alex released the ball right away, what happens?
And that was a great read there by Jill, ready to see that pass coming in and then popping it in the back of the net. So here we are at 2-0, Holliston Lady Panthers versus the Norton Lancers. And we're at 33 minutes in the first half. So this is a good score so far by Holliston. Because when you score, they restart it in the play. Yeah, they do. They haven't got the clock going.
I call it 5-0, but it can be more.
All right, Alfonso, let's see. So Gabby Ramirez with possession. Back to Emily Clapper, switching the field over to Alex Panaggio. To Tess Powers, back to Alex. Releasing it. Intercepted by Norton. Norton take possession. Maddie Sehay getting it back. Back to the Norton defensive line. Playing back to their goalkeeper. Jill Hobson giving pressure. Still Norton possession. To Sydney Brucado. Back to Norton. Alex Panaggio stealing it, sending it to the far side. Sarah Winokur running on it. Norton still have possession. Emily Clapper playing attacking mid. Norton have taken possession. Emily Clapper still fighting for it again. And that will be a Norton throw-in.
It was a foul, yeah. I saw that.
I thought they was out of bounds already.
I think it was a foul after the ball was out.
Ah, okay. So Jill Hobson tapping it up in the air. Norton take possession. Sarah Winokur coming in to tackle. Emily Clapper getting a foot to it. It's up in the air, headed by Norton. Back to Elizabeth Mackey, who's switching the field. Intercepted by Norton. Norton have the possession again. Sarah coming into it. Norton's playing back the defensive line, sending it up. Emily Clapper receiving it. Sending it to Gabby Ramirez in the mid. Taking a space, taking it forward. Making a pass to Alex Panaggio. Oh. Ball still live and kicked out of bounds by Norton. That was some good give and go passing there. So Sarah Winokur with possession. Deflected out by Norton. Norton taking possession, popping it up. Elizabeth Mackey receiving it. Sending it back down. Sarah Winokur running on it. And a tad too much welly. That's out of bounds. Be a Norton goal kick.
She hit their own player.
She hit her own player.
That ball should be running.
It should be a live ball, but they're letting them retake it. That's okay. So Sarah Winokur tackling. Norton take possession. Back to their defensive line. Kaylee giving pressure. Maddie Sehay pressuring them. Norton still with possession, and it's going to be out of bounds, and that will be a Holliston throw-in. Why is that? She didn't touch it.
No, I think Gabi pushed it.
So Norton with the throw-in. Norton headering it up. A second header. Hannah Wolfgang on the field now. Taking possession of it. Anna Siegel on the field. Norton taking it over. Headed by Tess Powers. Back to Norton. Norton have possession. Sending it down long. And it's going to be out of bounds. So Holliston with the goal kick being taken by Elizabeth Mackey. Norton kick it up. Hannah Wolfgang getting to it. Back to the Norton defensive line. They've kicked it back up in the air. Touched by Gabby to Tess to Alex Panaggio. Intercepted by Norton and out of bounds. That would be a Holliston throw-in.
In a game like this, I would like the girls start making, post the ball down and trying to make good passes, accurate passes. That will be a good training.
Yeah. So Holliston fighting for the ball here. It's gone from Gabby Ramirez to Hannah Wolfgang. Tapped by Norton, who've popped it up and over. Back to Elizabeth Mackey. To Emily Clapper. Into the mid. Norton getting a foot to it. Back to Emily Clapper. Norton taking possession again. Anna Siegel stealing it to Hannah. To Emily Clapper. Back to Norton. Norton passing back to the defensive line. Going back to their goalie. Bringing the field back. And they've kicked it out of bounds. So that will be a Holliston throw-in. Sydney Brucado with the throw-in. Norton with the possession. To Alex Panaggio stealing the ball. Norton tapping it, taking this ball. Trying to get pressure on them. Still Norton with the possession. Hannah Wolfgang getting a foot to it. Chasing on it. It's live. It's alive. To Anna Siegel. Oh, intercepted by Norton. Back to Alex Panaggio. It's fighting for it. She still has possession. Taking it down to the corner. And out of bounds by Norton. So it'll be another Holliston throw-in. Sydney Brucado with a throw-in to Alex Panaggio. To Gabby Ramirez in the mid. Taking a shot. Oh, unlucky. Bright idea, though. So that will be a goal kick for Norton. We're keeping it down in their half, keeping the pressure on Norton. So far, so good for the girls. So Holliston pressurizing the ball here. Norton still with possession. Gabby getting a foot to it and stealing the ball. To Anna Siegel. To Charlotte Getchell. Sending a ball. Oh! And that will be a corner.
That was a very nice lead hit.
Yeah, it's good to turn in a left shot there by Charlotte and deflected out by the goalie, so we have a corner.
I don't know who was better, the goalie or Charlie with that hit.
So Maddie Sayhay taking the corner kick for Holliston. So we're at 25 minutes still left in the first half, and this could be a great opportunity to make it 3-0 for Holliston. So let's see what the girls can do. Nice ball. Yeah, high kick. Yeah, sadly that was a bit of a high kick, so that's now going to be back to Norton possession. They should be tackling that. We know that's the pass they do all the time. So back to Elizabeth Mackey. Switching the field. Intercepted by Norton. Norton passing back to their defensive line. Switching the field over. Sending it up to their defensive line who headed it. Tapped by Hannah Wolfgang. And it's going to be a Norton throw-in. Out of bounds by Norton. Oh, again.
We don't want to play crazy how the NATO team play it. So we see Norton desperate for the ball. We don't have to play like that. We can just control the ball and make one pass.
Yeah, if the girls just, calm it down, start to ground it, start doing their feet-to-feet passing, the give and goes, this will be a very good game for them. So Norton with possession. It's the first time they're down in our half. Being challenged, and it's going to be down in the corner, and it's going to be out of bounds. So that will be a Norton player being spoken to. And it's going to be a goal kick for Holliston, taken by Maddie Sayhay. Nice goal kick. Intercepted by Norton. Back to Mel Coleman. Good read by Mel. Calling for it. So goal kick by Melanie Coleman. Tapped over by Norton and out of bounds. So it will be a Holliston throw-in. Subs coming in. We have Gwen Freely and Juliana Papulus coming on, and Anna Siegel and Alex Panaggio coming off. So Sydney Brucado with the throw-in. To Juliana. Still got possession, sending it into the mid. Oh, unlucky. Intercepted by Norton. Back to Juliana. To Gabby. Sending it down wide to Gwen. Here we go. Coming in to make the cross. Who's there? Who's there? Norton taking back the possession. Sydney fighting for it. Sydney going down to the corner. Nice work. Here's the cross. Beautiful ball there. Back to Norton possession. Hannah touching it. Taking it down. Gwen Freely taking it to the corner. Making a cross. Back to Hannah. Unlucky. Intercepted by Norton. Pass back out. Maddie Sayhay getting to it. Norton still take possession. Driving down in our half now to Elizabeth Mackey, who sends it up and wide to Charlotte Getchell. Charlotte taking her space. Sending it into Juliana in the mid. Back to Tess. To Gabby. Oh, he's saying still play. Back to Gwen Freely. So we're taking a short break here. Looks like a Norton player is winded and is being escorted off by the ref. Back from that short break, and it's going to be a Norton free kick at this point. Headed by Hannah Wolfgang. Tapped up and over by Norton, and nice and easy for Mel Coleman. Good read. So Mel with a goal kick. Nice ball. To Norton, Juliana fighting for it, putting pressure on them, getting a foot to it. Norton playing back to their defensive line, sending it up and over. Bodied by Tess Powers. Back to Norton, Gabby coming in. Norton still have possession. Maddie Sayhay stealing the ball, taking some space, sending it. Oh, intercepted by a defensive Norton player. Norton sending it back to Tess Powers. Norton take possession. Norton now putting pressure on. Gabby coming to put pressure on her. Norton still with possession. Dangerous ball. Dangerous ball. Good job, Mel. So that's the real first attempt that Norton actually had to get close to our goal, but a good read there by Mel and a good save. So goal kick by Mel Coleman. Headed by Norton. Norton take possession. Gabby coming in. Hannah getting a foot to it. Norton sending it back. Sydney Brucada switching it out wide. Charlotte Getchell coming into it. Charlotte's still got possession. Intercepted by Norton. Flipped up and over. Back to Emily Clapper. Settling it. Being challenged. Good job, Emily. Still got a foot to it. Excellent job there by Emily Clapper. And that will be a Norton throw-in. Norton still have possession, tapping it over. Back to Elizabeth Mackey, sending it up to the mid. Norton take possession, sending it back. Tess Powers to Gabby Ramirez, who's tapping it. Intercepted by Norton. Norton still have possession. Down in our half now. Looking to make a pass through. Sydney Brucada sending it back. Intercepted by Norton. Norton still have possession. Good deflection there by Elizabeth Mackey over the half. Headed by Norton. Norton defensive line taking control. Gabby coming in to fight for it. Norton still with possession. Moving down in our half now. Oh! Was that 21 the score there? Goal scored by number 21, Alexa Larson. That was one of those long shots there's nothing you can really do about. So unlucky, but it puts a point on the board for the Lancers. So it's now 2-1 to the Lady Panthers. So Alex Panaggio with possession. Long and hard ball. And that's gone to the goalie. So Norton with possession. Goal kick for Norton. Long ball. Emily Clapper getting to it. It's up in the air. And Norton throw-in. And that will be a Holliston throw-in, headed out of bounds by Norton. Emily Clapper with a throw-in to Jill Hobson. Back to Emily Clapper. taken over by the Norton defensive line. They've taken possession. Intercepted by Sydney Brucado. Back to Alex Panaggio, tapping it up. Gwen freely heading it up, chasing it down, getting pressure, still has possession, looking to make a cross or pass, and still has possession. Norton got to it. And Norton pushing down into our half. Emily Clapper putting pressure on them. And kicked out of bounds, so it'll be a Norton throw-in. So Norton down our half. Still have possession. To Gwen Freely. Taking some space, looking to make a pass. No one there, so it's back to Norton possession. Gabby Ramirez stealing it. Taking it up, sending it through. Intercepted by Norton. Norton have possession. Looking to switch the field. Sending it back to Elizabeth Mackey. Sending it up to Gwen Freely. Still in play. Back to Emily Clapper, sending it up. Okay. And kicked out of bounds by their goalie, so it'd be a Holliston throw-in. To Kaylee Powers, to Gwen Freely, and to the goalie. So Norton with the goal kick. So Norton with possession again. Driving down. Hannah Wolfgang stealing the ball. Good call there, so that's going to be a free kick for Holliston. So Maddie Sayhay to Alex Panaggio, looking to take space, going down the wing, taking it to the corner, and kicked out of bounds by Norton, so it'll be another Holliston throw-in. Alex Panaggio with a throw-in, sending it into the middle to Jill Hopperson. It's up in the air. Norton tapping it out of bounds, another Holliston throw-in. Sydney Brucado with the throw-in to Alex Panaggio, shading. Back to Gabby, to Alex Panaggio, still looking to take a shot. Here she goes. Oh, unlucky. So Norton get possession. Maddie Sayhay getting to it. Back to Norton, back to Maddie again, trying to fight for it. Norton have got possession again. Hannah Wolfgang chasing it down. To Elizabeth Mackey, out to Sydney Brucado, tapping it to Hannah Wolfgang, back to Sydney. This is nice give and go here from the girls. Good passing, sending it up to Gabby. He's switching it into Jill Hobson. Oh, unlucky. Good try. That was some great give and go and good passing there by the Holliston Lady Panthers. That's what we want to see. That's great teamwork there. Good pressure on the Norton half. Goal kick by Norton. Gabby fighting for it. Norton still got possession. Taking their space. Deflected by Hannah Wolfgang, back to Kaylee Powers, who's looking to switch it up. Sending it to Gwen Freely, who's running on it. This is a nice ball. Here's the cross. Oh, nice idea. Great run there by Gwen Freely and some good passing. Good effort. So we're at 14 and a half minutes left in the first half, and it's 2-1 to the Lady Panthers. Sarah Winnaker coming on, Gwen Freely coming off. Goal kick by Norton, headed by Tess Powers. Hannah Wolfgang getting ahead to it. Back to Jill Hobson, tapping it forward. And kicked out of bounds by Norton, so it will be a Holliston throw-in. Alex Panaggio taking the throw-in. To Gabby, back to Alex, taking it down to the corner. Kicked out of bounds by Norton, so that'll be another Holliston throw-in. Alex Panaggio Into the box. To Sarah Winokur, to Gabby. Oh, and Tess taking the shot. Oh, unlucky. Just over the top bar, but again, great effort there by the Holliston Panthers. Some good passing and good follow through. So Norton with the goal kick. Comes Alex. Oh. In the mid. Norton still have possession, tapping it up and over. Out of bounds. That will be a Holliston throw-in. Emily Clapper with the throw-in to Sarah Winokur. Passing back to Emily Clapper, sending it up and over. Headed by Norton defense. Another header by Norton. Back to Emily Clapper to Sarah Winokur. And that will be another Holliston throw-in, deflected off Norton. So Emily with the throw-in. Kicked out of bounds by Norton, so another throw-in. Emily Clapper coming back with another throw-in. To Hannah Wolfgang. Tapped it forward to Jill. Nice ball. Oh, intercepted by Norton. Norton defense taking the control, switching the field. Sending it to the mid. Up and over. Headed by Norton. Sydney protecting it. And deflected off of Norton. Good play there by Sydney. So that'll be a Holliston throw-in. Sydney with a throw-in. Headed by Norton. Up in the air by Norton. Still Norton's possession. Back to Sydney Brucado. Up in the air. Taken by Norton. Norton defensive line sending... Oh, good deflection off of Gabby. Back to Sydney Brucado. Protecting it, sending it, and again, out of bounds by Norton, so it'll be a Holliston throw-in. Good deflection there. So, Sydney with a throw-in to Tess Powers. Norton have taken possession. Sarah Winokur coming in to challenge. Norton still possession, taking some space, drawing us back. Headed by Norton, and nice and easy for Mel. So they got in our half, but no pressure so far. And again, Mel Coleman with a goal kick. Jill Hobson getting to it. Norton pushing through. And that's being awarded to Norton. So free kick to Norton. And this is where this goal shot from last time, so we've got to watch this one. Good job, Mel Coleman. Excellent read there by Mel, because that's definitely number 21's ammo, is to shoot from there. That's where she scored from before. So good job for Mel reading it and getting her hands on it. So we're back to Alex Panaggio with possession for Holliston, sending it long and hard. Sarah Winokur running on it, and it's gone to the goalkeeper. A roll out by them again. We need to pressure that ball more. That is their go-to play when they do instead of doing a goal kick. So Norton with possession. Gabby getting a foot to it. Looking to make a move. To Sarah Winokur. And it's out of bounds. Be a Norton throw-in. And out of bounds by Norton. So that's another Holliston throw-in. Sarah Winokur with the throw-in. To Gabby Ramirez. Tapped up and over. Norton getting a foot to it. Still in play. We still have possession. Gabby still got it. Sending it in. Kicked out by Norton. Headed back in by Sarah Winokur. It's up in the air. Hannah Wolfgang getting to it. A bit of ping pong right now. Back to Emily Clapper. It's up in the air. Deflected. Hannah headering it. Sarah Winokur getting a foot to it. And Gabby sending it in. Shoot! Finish! There it is! Goal scored by number 22, Alex Panaggio. Again, that was some great passing there by Holliston. They kept fighting for it, coming back, didn't give up on it, and some nice looking for each other, the give and go, and then the final popping it in the back of the net. So it's a good teamwork there by the Holliston Panthers. a phone call when he's coming back up. So Norton with possession. Tess Powers getting a foot to it. Over to Sarah Winokur. Back to Emily Clapper. Oh, Sarah's down. Norton taking possession. Gabby Ramirez getting a foot to it. Sarah coming through, fighting for it. She's retrieved it. Sending it down along to Jill Hobson. She's back to Gabby Ramirez. Sending it to Sarah Winokur, who's going to be taken down to the corner. Here we go. Nice pass. Who's there? Oh, right idea by Holliston. Right idea, because that could have been an up and over the head there and crashed the net. So goal kick by Norton. High bounce. Sydney Picardo getting to it. Up in the air, headed by Norton. Norton take possession. Maddie Saher coming in, taking possession back. Sending it back to the Norton defensive line. Playing back to their goalkeeper. Into the mid. Hannah Wolfgang getting to it. Alex Panaggio taking possession. Here we go, down to the corner. Here we go. That was unlucky. Nearly got the shot off. Again, great effort by the Holliston Lady Panthers. So we now have some subs. We have Gwen Freely coming on. We have Anna Siegel coming on. And Gabby Ramirez and Jill Hobson coming off. So goal kick for Norton. We have 6 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. And Sydney Brucado getting to it. Norton throw in. Long ball by Norton, headed by Maddie Sahay into the mid. Charlotte Getchell tapping up and over to Hannah Wolfgang. Anna Siegel going for it. Norton take possession. Back to their goalkeeper. And that will be a Norton throw-in. Better pressure there on that ball, as again they like to roll that ball out from the goalkeeper. So Norton with some subs. Norton throw-in. Norton still possession. Alex Panaggio getting a foot to it. Retrieved back by Norton, back to their defensive line. Emily Clapper coming up. Ooh. Holliston throw-in by Emily Clapper. Charlotte Getchell. Intercepted by Norton. They've tapped it up and over. Back to Elizabeth Mackey. Stolen back by Norton. Out of bounds to be a Norton throw-in. Anna charging at the ball, but Norton still have the possession here, sending a long ball, intercepted by Emily Clapper. Tapped by Anna Siegel, back to Charlotte Getchell. Out of bounds, that'll be a Norton throw-in. Back to Elizabeth Mackey. Switch the field. Emily Clapper to Charlotte Getchell. Up in the air. To Hannah Wolfgang, headering it. To Anna Siegel. To Alex Panaggio. Taking it down to the corner again. Pressure on her. Here she goes. Oh, unlucky. Back to Sydney Brucado. It's still in play. It's going to be a Norton throw-in. Headed by Alex Panaggio. It's It's going to be a Norton throw-in. Playing back to their defensive line, switching the field here, Norton, back to their goalkeeper. Again, this is their go-to play. To test powers. Emily Clapper getting it up. Charlotte out of bounds. It's going to be Norton throw-in. Holliston throw-in. Intercepted by Norton, out of bounds again. So it'll be another Holliston throw-in. Emily Clapper with the throw-in. To Charlotte Getchell. Free kick awarded as she was pushed in the back by the Norton player. So Maddie Say or Elizabeth Mackey should take this free kick. And this should be an on-frame and crash the net. See what we can do here. Nice ball. Oh, come on, someone finish it. Tapped by Norton. Maddie Say getting to it. Intercepted by Norton. It's up in the air again. Ooh, lots of bodies everywhere. Still up in the air. Maddie Say getting a foot to it, sending it up. Anna Siegel trying to get to it. Tapped by Norton. Norton still with possession. Back to Emily Clapper. Sending it wide. Charlotte getting a foot to it. To Anna Siegel. Sending it up in the air. Norton throw-in. Down to the last 2 minutes in the first half. Emily Clapper fighting for it still. Good job. Norton still had possession. There you go, Emily. Good job. Norton throw-in. Emily Clapper getting to foot to it. Anna Siegel touching it. Back to the Norton defensive line. Norton still with possession. Charlotte to Gwen. Charlotte still got a foot to it. Unlucky, out of bounds. It's going to be a Norton throw-in. Out of bounds, so that would be another Norton throw-in. And that's the half. So at the end of the first half, the score is 3-1 to the Holliston Lady Panthers versus Norton Lancers. Again, this is Wednesday, October the 4th at Committee and Field. This is half-time. We'll be back shortly. So welcome back to the second half. This is Wednesday, October the 4th at Committee and Field, Holliston Lady Panthers versus the Norton Lancers. This is the Holliston Cable Access Television recording of the match. I'm Linda Getchell, and also on camera is Mark Winokur. The score is 3-1 to the Holliston Lady Panthers, and we're off with the second half. So Norton with possession. Jill Hobson finally getting to it, to Gabby, to Sarah Winokur, sending it up to Sydney Brucado, who's taking it down the line. Here we go. Nice cross. Oh, out by Holliston, back by Sarah Winokur. Sydney fighting for it. And it's been awarded to Norton, so free kick to Norton. So free kick for Norton. Long ball. Nice body by Sydney. Sending it into the mid. Intercepted by Norton. Norton take possession. Again, another long ball up and over. And it's out of bounds. So it will be a Holliston throw-in. Sydney Buccardo with a throw-in to Sarah Winokur. Tap it up in the air to Jill Hobson, who's sending it to the mid to Alex Panaggio. Here we go. This could be a good run. Here she goes. One-on-one. Oh! He's not calling anything. And Alex is still down on the ground. So we'll take a short time out here for this injury break. 1 second. So Alex is up. So Gwen Freely coming on for Alex Panaggio. Welcome back after that short injury. Alex Panaggio has come off and Gwen Freely has come on the field. And it's a kick by Norton and out of bounds. So it's going to be a Holliston throw-in. Sydney Buccardo to Jill Hobson, intercepted by Norton. Norton taking possession. Sydney giving challenge. And back to their goalie. So goal kick for Norton. Nice long ball. Tapped by Tess. Back up in the air. Back to Norton. Norton still possession. Back to their defensive line. Sending a long ball. Bodied by Norton. And here we go. This could be dangerous. Sydney getting to it and kicking it out of bounds. Norton seemed to be getting into a bit more of a rhythm in this second half, putting pressure on us. So it's a Norton throw-in. Headed by Sydney to Gabby Ramirez. And a Holliston throw-in. Sydney Buccardo with the throw-in. To Jill Hobson, to Sarah Winokur. Gwen Freely. To... intercepted there by Norton. Norton still have possession in the mid. We need to be challenging here. So Norton with possession. Sydney Buccardo stealing the ball. Taking her time, going down the line. Sending it up to Sarah Winokur, who's coming in. Tapping it to Jill Hobson. Oh, unlucky, lost her footing. Back to Gabby Ramirez, take the shot. Oh, good try, right idea. At least they're trying to take shots on the goal. So we're back to a Norton goal kick. Big long ball. Emily Clapper getting ahead to it. Back to Gwen Freely. Sending it to Kaylee Powers. Sending it long to Gwen. Deflecting it off of Norton. So it will be a Holliston throw-in. Gwen Freely with the throw-in. To Kaylee Powers, back to Gwen. Sending it in. Oh, intercepted by Norton. Back to Kaylee Powers. Oh. That was unlucky. So it's going to be a Norton free kick. So Norton free kick. Bounced over, back to Maddie Sehay, to Emily Clapper, sending it out of bounds. So that would be a Norton throw-in. And we need to thank Eric Mackey and Eric Clapper for being the ball boys today at our game. So thank you, gentlemen. So Kaylee Powers with the ball. Intercepted by Norton. Norton still possession. Tess tackling, but Norton still take possession. Norton switching the field. So Winokur coming in to pressure her. Tess Powers stealing it. Taken back by Norton. Norton driving at us. This is dangerous. We need to shut this down. Elizabeth Mackey getting it. Taking it wide. Taking some space. Good job, Elizabeth Mackey, sending it up. Sent back by the Norton defensive line. And kicked out of bounds. So that will be a Norton throw-in. Gabby getting to it, sending it back to Norton. Norton still take possession. Tess Powers. Back to Norton. Playing back to their goalie. Deflected off of Norton, back to Tess Powers. Norton take possession. And out of bounds. So it's going to be a Holliston throw-in to Sarah Winokur. Getting a foot to it, tapping it up. Norton sending it back. Kaylee Powers taking it. Sending it back up to Sarah Winokur. Here we go. Taking it in. Taking a shot. Oh, unlucky. And it's awarded a corner. So this is a great opportunity for Holliston with a corner kick coming up. So Maddie Sahijan taking the corner kick for Holliston. Let's see if we can then get the second half off with one in the back, make it 4-1. So let's see what the girls can do. Oh, it's still in the box. Fighting for it. It's on the ground. Oh, unlucky. So it's out to Sydney Brucado, settling it, switching the field to Emily Clapper. Sending it up to Gwen Freely. Oh, offside. Yeah, big time. The girls getting a bit excited there and not watching their offside, so free kick to Norton. Tapped back by Norton to their player. Emily Clapper back to Kaylee Powers. Taking some space. Deflected off of a Norton player. They take possession. Back to Maddie Sehay. Getting a foot to it, getting on the ground, sending it out to Sarah Winokur. Up in the air, Gabby Ramirez touching it. Back to Sarah, back to Tess Powers. Making a weave, sending it up. And here we go, here goes Gwen. Oh, nice try to the goalie's hand. So another throw out by the goalie. Norton still with possession to Sydney Brucado on defense, sending it up to Sarah Winokur. Intercepted by Norton. Norton take possession. Sydney Brucado taking a foot to it. Good deflection off of Norton, so that should be a Holliston throw-in. Holliston sub, we now have Alex Panaggio coming back on and Gwen Freely coming off. Nice work by Gwen Freely. Throw-in by Sydney Brucado. Being fought for by Sarah Winokur. Norton sending a long ball back to Elizabeth Mackey, tapping it to Sydney Brucado. Settling it, sending it up to Sarah Winokur. Oh, intercepted by Norton. Back to Tess Powers. Switching the field to Alex Panaggio. Alex still has possession, weaving past, taking it down the line, taking it down to the corner. Yeah, thank you. This time he's called a free kick as she was pushed out of bounds. So Elizabeth Mackey with the free kick. And we can put this on frame and maybe get it in or do a rebound and crash the net. So a great opportunity here for the Lady Panthers. Nice ball. Oh. That's unlucky. He's gone out of bounds, so it's going to be a Norton throw-in. So the first 10 minutes of the second half have gone. We're at just under 30 minutes, and the score is 3-1 to Holliston versus Norton. Throw in by Norton. Sarah Winokur getting to it. Norton taking possession. Intercepted by Tess. Still Norton possession. Long ball. Sydney chasing it down. Sending it back to... Oh, unlucky. Oh, this is dangerous. Big time dangerous. Oh, good deflection. That was a little chaotic there. A lot of pressure on the Holliston team just then. But managed to stop the goal. But it's now going to be a corner kick for Norton. So the girls need to mark up, and let's see what Norton can do here. Good job by Mel Coleman there. Got her hands to it and saved it. Great job by Mel. It's a goal kick for Melanie. To Jill Hobson. Intercepted by Norton. Back to their defensive line. Another long ball. Good job by Mackie deflecting it back. Norton still have possession. And that's going to be out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for Holliston. Maddie Sehay with the goal kick, and we have a substitution. We have Hannah Wolfgang coming on for Jill Hobson. So Kaylee Powers with possession, sending it to Sarah Winokur, tapping it up, deflected off a Norton player. Hannah Wolfgang fighting for it. Kaylee Powers getting a foot to it. To Sarah Winokur. Sarah Winokur making a run, taking it down to the box, sending it over. Here's Pags. Oh! So it's going to be a free kick for Norton. This girl can boot it. Ugh, come on, girls. Pressure. Norton throwing. Bit of deflection. Back to Kaylee. He's looking to make a switch to Alex. Alex taking possession, taking some space. Weaving through players. Deflected, taken back by Norton. Norton with possession. Norton weaving through the midfield. Still have possession. Elizabeth Mackey challenging. Emily Clapper getting it out. Tapped by Hannah Wolfgang. Out of bounds, and it's going to be a Norton throw-in. Norton with their long ball that they like. Elizabeth Mackey getting a foot to it. Up in the air. Alex going for it. Kicked out by the goalkeeper. Back into mid. Tess Powers getting a foot to it. Back to Elizabeth Mackey. Sending it wide to Alex Panaggio. Awarded to Alex. Emily Clapper with the throw-in. Oh, nope. Oh, yep. Free kick, actually. Taken by Elizabeth Mackey. Sarah getting a body to it. Oh, booted out of bounds by Norton. So it's going to be a Holliston throw-in. And we have some subs. We have Sarah Winokur and Kaylee coming off, and Anna Siegel and Charlotte Getchell coming on. So Holliston throw-in by Sydney Brucado. To Gabby Ramirez. Intercepted by Norton. Norton still have possession. Weaving through the midfield. Putting pressure on us now. Hannah Wolfgang giving her pressure. Norton still have their ball and get it out. Good job, Mel. Taking control. Goal kick for Holliston. It's up in the air, headed by Norton, tapped to the ground, tapped by Hannah Wolfgang. Anna Siegel fighting for it, still has possession, tapped it over to Alex Panaggio. Norton taking the possession. Intercepted by Gabby. Taking some space, looking to send it. Intercepted by Norton. Back to Emily Clapper, to Hannah Wolfgang. Norton taking possession. Back to their defensive line. Tess Powers tapping it, but Norton taking possession. Taking it all the way down. Elizabeth Mackey getting a foot to it. Slowing it down. Nice job. Sending it up. Norton taking possession again. Hannah Wolfgang sending it long. Back to the defensive line of Norton. Norton sending a long ball. Sydney Brucato challenging, taking it. Out of bounds. That will be a Norton throw-in. Sydney Brucato getting a body to it. Tapped back by Norton, and it's going to be a Holliston throw-in. Sydney Brucato with the throw-in. Headed by Norton. Booted up and high to the goalkeeper. Nice and easy for Mel. Good read. So the girls need to slow this down. Get back on the ground. So here's Mel with the goal kick. Tapped by Anna Siegel. Back to Norton, back to Sydney Brucato, sending it back up and out of bounds. So it's going to be a Holliston throw-in. Norton throw-in, beg your pardon. And that was an out-of-bounds throw, so back to Holliston. So Sydney Brucato taking the throw-in. Tapped by Norton. Norton taking possession. Holliston trying to challenge. Long ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. And it will be back to Mel for a goal kick. So down to the last 22 minutes in the second half. Score is still 3-1. So sub here for Norton. So Elizabeth Mackey with the goal kick. Tapped by Anna Siegel. Back to the defensive line of Norton. A long ball down the sideline. Out of bounds. So it's going to be Holliston throw-in. Sydney Brucato with the throw-in to Anna Siegel. Norton take possession. Tess touching it. It's up in the air. Gabby fighting for it. Got a foot to it. Hannah Wolfgang tapping it up and over. Back to the defensive line of Norton. Again, another long ball to the wing. Tapped by Norton. Touched by Tess. Elizabeth Mackey. Back to Emily Clapper. Taking it down the line. Intercepted by Norton. Pags putting pressure. Norton defensive line still have it. Oh, bounce off the ref. Back to Tess. Norton take possession back again. Hannah Wolfgang stealing it. Here we go. This could be the opportunity. Move up, girls. Nice ball by there. Hit it. Shoot. Shoot. Good effort there. It was a nice give and go by Hannah to Anna Siegel. Took the shot and it was just a tad high, but good work there by the Holliston team. So goal kick for, and they're going to probably, they're actually going to kick it this time, I think. Come on, Holliston, let's go! Tapped over by Norton. Back to Elizabeth Mackey, sending it out to the wing. Intercepted by Norton. Back to Hannah Wolfgang, to Sydney Brucato. Taking it up the wing, sending it up. Intercepted by Norton out of bounds. That'll be a Holliston throw-in. Sydney Brucato with the throw-in again. Anna Siegel chasing it. Norton getting a foot to it. Back to Hannah Wolfgang, protecting it. Sending it back to Sydney. Oh, yes, thank you. So that will be a free kick for Holliston. Taken by Maddie Sehe. Nice ball. Intercepted by Norton. Out of bounds. So Anna Siegel has come off. Jill Hobson back on. It's going to be another Holliston throw-in. Sydney Brucado with the throw-in. Tapped by Charlotte Getchell. Headed by Norton. Back to Sydney Brucado. Sending it. Tapped by Norton. Back to Alex Panaggio. Oh, unlucky. Norton getting to it. Back to Emily Clapper. Settling it down. Ah. Yeah. So it went out of bounds. And it's going to be a Norton throw-in. Headed by Alex. Intercepted by Emily Clapper. Switching the field to Charlotte Getchell. Taking some space. Switching it to Hannah Wolfgang. Sending it in. Ugh. Emily Clapper coming back to take it. Norton taking possession of the deflection. Pressure by Gabby. Back to their defensive line for Norton. Here comes the big... Back to the goalkeeper. Long ball. And straight to the goalie. Nice and easy for Mel. So, Mel with the goal kick. Headed by, actually put to the ground by Norton, taking possession. Taking it all the way down the line. We need to pressure them. Gabby takes possession. It's a white throw-in, so it's going to be a Holliston throw-in. Emily Clapper with the throw-in. Handball. This could be dangerous because this one can do a long kick from here. So let's hope we can see and protect this one. And good job by Mel. What a fantastic read by Mel there. So goal kick by Mel. To Sydney Brucado. Taking some space. Sending it up. Intercepted by Norton. Back to Maddie Sehe. Switching the field to Gabby Ramirez. Sending it to Alex Panaggio. Out to Emily Clapper. Taking some space. So free kick awarded to Holliston. Elizabeth Mackey with the free kick. Let's see if we can actually get this one on frame. Tapped by Norton, up in the air. Out wide. Sydney protecting it, getting it to the ground. Sending it to Jill Hobson. Intercepted by Norton. Stop this girl because she's got a big foot. Good job, Sydney. Sending it back up to Charlotte Getchell. Still got possession. Oh, unlucky. To Elizabeth Mackey. It's getting back on the ground. Oh, deflected off Norton. to Maddie Sehe, out to Emily Clapper. Sending it up and wide. Intercepted by Norton, back to Gabby. Go, Hannah. Good job, Hannah. Nice footwork, Hannah. Good speed. Setting it up. Come on, Jill. It's all right, we'll take a corner. So another great opportunity. Another great opportunity here for Holliston with the corner. Down to the last 14 minutes of the second half. It's still 3-1 to the Holliston Lady Panthers versus Norton. Maddie Sehe taking the corner kick for us. Nice ball. Tess getting back to it, sending it back to Maddie Sehe. Oh. Be a Norton throw-in. Norton with possession, playing back their defensive line. Come on, pressure, 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 pressure. So Norton with possession. Gabby coming in. Gabby taking possession, fighting for it. Good job, Gabby. Norton get their foot to it. Back to Hannah Wolfgang. Playing back to Emily Clapper. Sending it back to Kaylee. Back to Emily. Sending it up to Alex Panaggio. Oh, intercepted by Norton. Norton take possession. Getting through the midfield. Hannah getting a foot to it. Tess getting it. Tess getting another foot to it. Talk, ladies. Tess taking it down to the corner. Looking for it to go. And deflected off of Norton, so it'll be a Holliston throw-in. Emily Clapper with the throw-in. We've got some substitution going on here. We've got Gabby and Jill coming off, and we have Kaylee and Juliana coming on. So Emily Clapper with a throw-in to Alex Panaggio turning, taking a shot. Oh, nice try. Good turn and shot there. So we're back to a goal kick for Norton. Intercepted by Emily Clapper, back to Alex Panaggio. That was out. Blow the whistle then. To Tess Powers, switching it over to Hannah Wolfgang, sweep, weaving through. Shot! Oh, come on, finish! Finish! Oh. Come on, Juliana. There it is! Oh! Great work there by Holliston. That was really good to keep trying to fire it back at the goal. They didn't lose sight of it. That was a really good effort there by the Holliston Panthers. So we're back to Sydney Brucato. Keeping possession. Sending it up. Sent back by Norton. Back to Sydney Brucato. Got a foot to it. Norton taking possession. Back to Maddie Sehe. Intercepted by Norton. Back to Hannah Wolfgang. Switch the field, switch the field. Sending it up to Charlotte. Cross it, cross it, cross it. Nice. Oh! It's up in the air, it's still alive. Come on, ladies. Headed by Charlotte Getchell. Still in. Still in play, still in play. Here we go, Charlotte. Go, Charlotte, Charlotte. Bang it! Bang it! Oh! Oh! Oh, my Lord. That is so close. 2 opportunities there. Great play by Holliston. Really fighting for it, keeping it in play and still trying to get it towards the goal. Nice job by the ladies. Quite exciting few minutes there. So Norton throw in. We're under 10 minutes left now in the second half. We're still at 3-1 to Holliston. So Norton throw in. Emily Clapper getting a foot to it. Tess Powers protecting it. Send it. Intercepted by Norton. Norton taking it down the line. Emily Clapper coming in. Almost got it. Elizabeth Mackey sending it back. Alex Panaggio taking the ball. Switching the field. Sending it up and over. Come on, Charlotte. Back to Tess Powers. Out to Sydney Brucado. Slow it down, girls. Let's do feet to feet and move it up. Up to Juliana. Out to Charlotte Getchell. Come on, Charlotte. Oh. Who's there? Who's there? Come on, come on, come on, Hannah. Hannah Wolfgang. Take a shot. Take a shot. Oh. Headed back in by Hannah. This ball is still alive. It's going to be a Holliston throw-in. Back to Sydney Brucado. It's alive. Challenge. And out of bounds, so it would be another Holliston throw-in. So Sydney Brucado with a throw-in. Hit by Norton, taken possession by Norton. Into their midfield. Sydney Brucado getting a foot to it. Back to Juliana. Sending it to Alex. Intercepted by Norton. Emily Clapper getting to it. Back to Alex. Alex fighting for it. Still got possession. Here she goes. Here we go. Here we go. Bang! Oh, finish somebody! Oh my goodness. So many great shots on goal here by these girls. Norton now have taken possession. They're slowing it down. Back to Elizabeth Mackey. To Hannah Wolfgang. Oh, Elizabeth. Yes, good job, Elizabeth. Nice. Weaving through. Setting it up. Trying to get it up and closer for Alex to get a shot. Here we go. Good job, Elizabeth Mackey. What a defender. Nice job by Mackey there. So that's going to be a throw-in for Holliston. Taken by Emily Clapper. And we have Juliana coming off and Gabby Ramirez coming back on. So throw in to Alex. Back to Emily Clapper, sending it over. So Norton taking possession. Sydney Brucado getting to it. Tess Powers taking it over. Sending it back out to Charlotte Getchell. Is turning. Taking some space. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. Oh, there's a corner. We'll take the corner. Nice passing there, give and go. Alex trying to do the turn and take the shot, and at least it went off the goalie's hands. So that would be another corner. A great opportunity for Holliston to try and sink one in the net. So Maddie Sahesian taking the corner kick for us. Nice ball. Come on, come on, come on. And that will be a Holliston throw-in. Sydney Brucado with a throw-in. Intercepted by Norton. Norton still with possession. Too much time. Norton still have possession. Oh. Timeout called. Oh no, someone's injured. Girl's winded. Okay. Okay, this girl can hit it from the 50, so let's see how far she throws it this time. So Norton with the free kick. Headed by... lucked out there. So headed by Hannah, deflected by a Norton player towards our goal, but wide. So it will be a a goal kick for Holliston, taken by Elizabeth Mackey. We're down to under 4 minutes left on the clock. Still at 3-1 to Holliston versus Norton. So back into the mid, intercepted by Norton. Hannah getting a foot to it. Pushing up, take your space, nice job. Give and go, there we go. Out to Charlotte Getchell. So it's going to be another free kick for Norton. Ooh. Back to Elizabeth Mackey. Out wide. Norton sending it up and over. Man on, out of bounds. So it's going to be a Holliston throw-in. Less than 3 minutes left. Emily Clapper with the throw-in. To Tess Powers, sending it long. Intercepted by Norton. Back to Tess Powers. To Hannah Wolfgang. Send it through. Gabby trying to get to it. Kaylee back to Norton. Hannah getting a foot to it. Norton still have possession. This is a breakdown. Come on, girls. All right, lucked out. Elizabeth Mackey taking it wide. Come on, Tess. Norton still possession. This is dangerous. Good job, Emily Clapper. Again, send it out. Elizabeth Mackey up and over. Alex Panaggio and out of bounds. Unlucky. It will be a Norton throw-in. We're down to under 2 minutes on the clock. Intercepted by Emily Clapper. Nice to Kaylee Powers. To Hannah Wolfgang. Norton taking possession. Come on, Holliston. To Elizabeth Mackey. Back to Norton. Kaylee Powers getting a foot to it. Back to Norton. Emily Clapper defending it. Putting pressure on them. Norton still had the ball. No shot, no shot. Good job. Mel picking up the ball. Taking control. So goal kick coming up from Mel Coleman. Win it Holliston. Tapped down by Norton to Tess Powers. Back to Norton. Norton have possession. Norton still with possession. Oh, this could be dangerous. Good job, Sydney, getting a foot to it. It's going to be another Norton throw-in. Get it out. Maddie Sehay sending it up and out. Touched by Norton. Back to Hannah Wolfgang. To Charlotte Getchell. Take your space. Take your space. Keep going. That's it. Come on, Charlotte. So it's going to be a free kick for Norton. Nice ball. Tess Powers getting a foot to it. Intercepted by Norton. Hannah challenging, taking possession, sending it to Kaylee Powers. Switch the field. Norton still with possession. Sidney Brucado coming in for it. It's out of bounds, so it'll be a Norton throw-in. And that's the game. So it's 3-1 to the Holliston Lady Panthers versus Norton. This is Wednesday, October the 4th at Commission Field. I'm Linda Getchell, and my cameraman today was Mark Winokur.